Our next competitor represents the United States of America. Jessica JURKA, 15 years old, was first put on the ice at the age of 1.5 years old. And she said she loves the feeling of getting closer to her goals every single day. Proudest moment, landing her first triple axel, and maybe we'll see it here.
Excited to see whether or not Jessica will perform that axel, which we've seen in practice during this free skate.
From the United States of
Well, I
America,
think that performance
Jessica
much more reflective
JURKA.
of Jessica JURKA's capabilities, using the free skate that she used last season and looking like she was not going to miss at all. She would have been disappointed to find herself in 18th place after the short program, but that skate there is likely to send her skyrocketing up through the rankings as the American team cheer her on.
Yeah, and we didn't notice in the planned program there was no planned triple axel there, but we know that she's capable of doing that as she gets off the ice and is greeted by her coach, Elith Gislason. Used to be an ice dancer in Canada, representing Canada. Now in the States coaching. There's the triple lutz, up into the double toe loop, Very solid jump technique. You know, you don't see any deviation or lean in the air or on the takeoffs, and very solid from the takeoff through the air onto the landing. Really strong technique, good flow in and out of the jumps. Double axel maybe got just a little around the corner, but she still made them work. And here's the one element that was just a little rough on the landing, but she pulled it out. Go ahead, Mark.
I love the triple Lutz double axel sequence because you could tell that she was running out of steam a little bit later on in the program, so she applied a little bit more zest and energy in the second double axel. She was not going to let anything go.
No.
And I love the fact, for me, it's interesting with Liv Gustafsson, you know, former ice dancer, now coaching and working with skates in the singles, and that's so often the case. The ice dancers understand the biomechanics necessary to coach. Well, look at Mastin Scali with Alyssa Liu, the current world champion ice dancer.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see the score. And she's going to certainly have the highest score for sure at this moment. We don't have a personal best for her. I think this is her first outing, really.
Yeah, domestically she's had 119, but domestic and international events are
they're different.
Scores, please.
Well, for 15-year-old Jessica JURKA from the United States, the free program score here, this will be redemption because she was much more. It was a tough short program, that's for sure, in her debut. But she was so incredibly determined and focused, and she delivers 108.59 for that free program. That is first, of course. She was wanting more. You can see that in her face, and so she should. 157.11, and that puts her in the first place. Very talented young skater. Good experience, good bad experience here, but overall good because you learn.